We're at CedarIBSi Digital and Core Banking Summit and in conversation with Dipali from Neokred. Firstly, Dipali, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you so much, and thanks for inviting me here.
Okay, how are you liking the event?
It's absolutely fabulous because it's great to meet the industry leaders
Right.
when we have banks from whether it's a public sector, private sector, or even banks from outside India,
Right.
where we get to know how exactly they see the Indian economy in
Right.
terms of your banking and consumer adoption.
Right.
So it's a great networking here.
Definitely. Secondly, I'd want to know what is yours as well as Neokred's outlook for the year 2024.
Since I had the Banking Alliance and Partnership at Neokred, and the idea here is there are two things that we basically focus on. One, what exactly the consumer wants.
Right.
What is the product which might help them to probably enhance in terms of technology.
Right.
How do we enhance them as
Right.
well in using certain technologies?
Definitely.
And secondly, how bank can support fintechs, whether in terms of we providing certain APIs to them,
Okay.
and as well as of course consuming APIs from them.
Right.
So right now, what our focus is on digital transformation. UPI is talk of the town, of course, and there are certain services that we have built in and around UPI.
Right.
But probably in the next financial year, we would focus more on blockchain, AIs, and CBDCs.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Since you emphasized on technology, I wanted to understand that how do you think technology is going to play a key role in the fintech, ecosystem?
A massive role, to be honest, because nowadays, if you compare all the millennials and Gen Zs, we have been learning a lot from Gen Zs.
Right.
I don't see any, from our age or even someone who is 40, 50 plus also, they have
Right.
also started adopting technology.
Correct.
Everyone wants door-to-door service.
Correct.
Nowadays, whether it's a grocery or whether it's a banking, a requirement you have in
Right.
terms of bank statements to your updating of your physical passbooks also.
Correct.
We get all the services at door. So I believe the more, but of course there are certain risk mitigations also we have to do because AML frauds and all things are
Correct,
also,
correct, absolutely.
we have to concern that parameters as well.
Yeah.
So the technology has to be so robust.
Right.
That it not only helps the economy to grow, but at the same time safeguard our own interest.
Right.
So I think, yes, digital transformation is really the need of an hour.
Okay, that's perfect. Next, I'd like to know that what new fintech, innovation or products do you think will be popular next year in general and in terms of Neokred's perspective for the next coming year?
Right now, we are focusing more on payments and profiling.
Okay.
Profiling, when we say just on the basis of your full name and a mobile number,
Okay.
I can take all your data, of
Okay.
course, with consent.
Yeah.
This way, what happens is if you are applying for a loan or a credit card, generally you do not have even 10 minutes of time to spend in filling up the form.
Correct.
You say, oh no, I'm bored, I don't want to do it. So what we do is bare minimum time of a consumer or a user,
Right.
just give a basic information, give a consent to fetch your data from the backend, and we fill the entire form on your behalf. It's a
Yeah.
view mode for you.
Yeah.
This all informations are correct, and then we process the loan or a credit card to the bank at the backend.
Yeah.
This is something that we have started, and it's being really adopted by all the banks and the fintechs and corporates.
Yeah.
The secondly that we would like to focus more on would be on the payments and the transactions, where it will be absolutely seamless, everything
Right.
on mobile.
Right.
The use of cards, I think, would slowly be eliminated in future.
Understood.
Because it's very difficult to hold your card, put your CVV, and a lot of
Definitely.
things are there.
Yeah, yeah.
So everything would be embedded on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
Absolutely, with all the security features would be there. So
Correct.
this is the second aspect that we look forward to.
That's quite a consumer-friendly approach.
Absolutely.
For you. Okay. Lastly, I'd like to know that how do you think events such as these attribute to the fintech development or innovation in the ecosystem?
Um, I believe it's not too hard, but at the same time, nothing comes easy.
Right.
We do face a lot of challenges as well. Earlier those days, there were banks generally did not. We used to knock a lot at the bank's door, and there were time where we were not accepted very on a friendly manner.
Correct.
Because those days where bank always wanted to do everything on their own.
Right.
But they got to know that if they want to acquire a lot of customers, whether it's both CASA, like corporate and the consumer accounts,
Yeah.
they cannot do everything all alone, and
Yeah.
that's how they extended hands to all the fintechs. And we are very glad to know this, because now the acquisition for the bank has become so easy,
Right.
and at the same time, the risk to the bank is also mitigated,
Yeah.
because half the risk comes to the fintech or the TSP players like us.
Right, right. Okay, that's quite an interesting take. That's it from my side, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the
Thank
event.
you so much.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah.